Whitemarsh. First we have goalie, number 0, Hope Barrist. Hope is accompanied by her mom, Stephanie, and her dad, David. Hope next year plans to attend college and major in communications, and her favorite PW soccer memory are bus rides to away games, screaming Bohemian Rhapsody, Mamma Mia, and Shake Your Curves. Hope Barrist. Next we have number 10, center midfielder Katie Branscombe. Katie is being escorted by her mom Lisa and her dad Chris. Katie plans to major in communications in college, and her favorite soccer memory is getting to play on a team with her older sister during her freshman year. Katie Branscombe. Next we have number 2, forward Shannon Friday. Shannon is being escorted by her father, Eric. Shannon hopes next year to study interior design or criminal investigation, and her favorite PW soccer memory is being able to come to play soccer with her travel teammates one more time before leaving for college. She is so glad that she transferred and has gotten to spend her senior year with the girls that she loves the most. Next we have number 3, left midfielder, Sam Matthews. Sam is being accompanied by her mom, Renee, dad, Dan, and brother, Eric. Sam hopes to attend either Westchester, Millersville, or Penn State, and after college she hopes to become a sports medicine physician. Her favorite PW soccer memory is beating Harrow when they were undefeated and giving themselves a shot at playoffs. Sam Matthews. Next, we have manager Sophia Mahmood. Sophia is being escorted by Coach DeLucia and Coach Kirby. Oh, Sanan is here. Sanan is escorting Sophia. Sophia plans on attending college to be a biophysics major on a pre-med track, likely at Temple with her brother Sanan. Her favorite PW memory in soccer is driving 55 minutes to New Hope to spy on another team. Our last senior is number 1 midfielder Ani Shula. Ani's being escorted by her mom Pam, her dad Dave, and her brother Cole. Ani's plans are to go to college in Hawaii, and her favorite soccer memories are making PW gal soccer memes and hanging out with her best friends every day. Sorry, I don't do British accent.
All right, folks, and that just about gets us underway for Colonial Instructional Television's production of Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials versus Upper Moreland Bears. As we have a senior night matchup that is going to be a lot of fun. So some starting notes for this game. Goalkeeper Devin Skiles will be having the night off as senior Hope Barrist will be behind the net, hoping that she can keep the clean sheet streak going, as Colonial has not allowed a goal since September 19th. Currently on an 8-game shutout streak. I mean, just phenomenal defense by this team. Fantastic goaltending. Mackenzie Lazinski leads the team in goals. She's looking to add to her total tonight. And so last game I was with you guys, we had a key matchup versus Wissahickon. That was a couple weeks ago. Colonial has just been red hot since, again, on that streak that has been going since their third loss. And so I guess we'll highlight a little bit of the season so far. Early on, goalkeeper Devin Skiles was still recovering from her ACL injury. She's able to come back from that. She has been a brick wall behind the net since then. The Colonials started off a little bit shaky. Defense was having trouble finding their identity. Offense was having trouble finding that spark. Quickly, though, within the first 4 games, they're able to kind of settle down a little bit and find themselves. And this team looks to be one of the best teams the Colonials had in recent years, as a playoff berth is imminent with a victory here tonight. I'm excited for this one, and we're just about ready to get this one going. And so goalkeeper for Upper Moreland, Jacqueline Martino, the coach of Upper Moreland, when I was talking to him before the game, told me that she actually leads the SOL in saves. So Colonial definitely will have a little bit of a challenge tonight playing such a feisty goaltender. But again, the Colonials themselves also have some pretty great goaltenders. So looking for maybe a little bit of a defensive performance tonight. We'll see. It's great having these games, out in the lights in the stadium. For the seniors, this is their chance to kind of get their final hoorah in, maybe get a goal for this home crowd. That's fantastic tonight for a Tuesday night game. A lot of fans showing out there, which is a great sign of support. And it's a great night for everybody. And Colonials looking to pull away with a win here that, again, is so crucial with this playoff race. We might even get a home playoff berth for the first time in years. So nothing but exciting stuff here for the Colonials. I can't wait to call this one and get it underway. It's a little bit confusing, so typically on Victory, they're on a field that's a little bit more of a soccer-style field, as tonight they're on a little bit more of a football-shaping field. The players a little bit early on might have some trouble with that, but I'm sure they'll be able to adjust pretty quickly, and the main thing is just moving that ball and keeping it in. I mean, it's a pretty definitive field, about equal size, on the nice turf, that the football players typically play on, and it's cool. The stadium seats so many different people, and it's a lot bigger, so a little bit different from Victory Fields 1, where they typically play their games at. And here we go as this game is underway with a pass by Ani Shula down the middle that goes to Berman, and that one will be off Berman. And it will be Upper Moreland ball. Upper Moreland with a throw-in now. Again, it's a little bit confusing trying to look at those hash marks with football, but Flanagan making a play along the side that Matthews tries to keep alive, and she does. She gets it to Laney. Laney gets it to Shula. Shula trying to get this ball in the offensive zone for the first shot of the game. Berman looking for that cross. She's able to get it across, and it is quickly saved up by Martino of Upper Moreland. Early on, we see the Colonials trying to push that envelope and get some shots on net. Very big, obviously, as Martino makes a lot of saves. So she's looking to try to keep her clean sheet streak going as well. Colonials trying to move the ball now. Settles around midfield. And that will be off of Upper Moreland. It will be Colonial ball with the throw-in. There's a throw-in for Colonial, and that will be off the head of Upper Moreland. And another throw-in here for Colonial. A little bit chilly here tonight. We'll see if that plays too much of a factor. The wind isn't too bad, but it's a little cold. And obviously, it's some of those slides and the way the ball hits you, it sometimes could be a little bit problematic with how cold it is. But, it's amazing. None of these girls are wearing sleeves, so I guess they're ready for the cold. And another quick save there by Martino. Martino now with the bomb down in midfield. Not much is really done with that there. And Upper Moreland now with the ball trying to settle it down. I'll tell you, I do like our Victory Field spot a little bit more, as it is hard to see some of these girls up here from the booth, but I will try my best to identify them as we are so high up here. That's Sam Matthews trying to make a play on the ball, and Upper Moreland will try to settle that here. Matthews making a play on it now. She's able to keep the ball. Gets it near Shula, and Colonial keeps it in there along that sideline. Gets it towards the middle, and Martino will be able to settle that one down. There's another pass to midfield that Schreiber's able to settle. And now it will roll down. That'll be Caitlin Flanagan now trying to get that out of the Colonial zone. Obviously, very early on in this game, Colonial able to push the envelope and keep that ball in Upper Moreland zone. And Upper Moreland trying to find their footing a little bit here as the Colonial attack is definitely a little aggressive tonight. Trying to get that early goal, start to get momentum on the side, get the crowd into it a little bit. I like the game plan so far here for the Colonials, and their execution is definitely doing great. Senior Barris is able to make the save. As you can hear, the crowd definitely thrilled about that one as she clears it to about midfield. Upper Moreland will settle that, and Shula now trying to make a play. Shula is able to get it off of Upper Moreland. She's moving towards the middle. This could be something, folks, up, and it is cleared by number 16 of Upper Moreland. Up Shula now. Shula very aggressive tonight early on as she's able to get that midfield to Branscombe. Branscombe now looking to do something. And she passed that to Schreiber. Schreiber with a nice little pass down there. That will be settled by Martino. Martino now clears it to about midfield. And that will be out on the Colonials, so it'll be Upper Moreland's throw in here. That ball is headed and kept it up. No, it is not. I thought it was kept in by the Colonials, but I guess not. It'll be Upper Moreland balls. This is their first time really being in the Colonial defensive zone. And again, Colonial quickly all over that one trying to get it out, as it looks like they will. Oh, and a nice play there by Upper Moreland to keep the ball in the Colonial defensive zone. Colonial now looking to get that to midfield. Oop, and again, that ball is slipping a little bit. And I believe we'll have a little stoppage there. There's the kick down in the Upper Moreland zone. Colonials pressing the issue early here. That will be out on Upper Moreland for a Colonial corner, I believe. I'm sorry, a Colonial throw-in. Colonial looking to do something here as the ball is rolling, and that will be put out by Upper Moreland, so the Colonials will get another throw-in here. The throw in there for the Colonials. Moving up front, trying to do something. There's a little kick, and that will roll just wide, and that will be another kick for Martino of Upper Moreland. A little bit of a stalemate here at this almost 10-minute mark here in the first half. Just a little bit of a miscommunication there for Colonials as that ball is out on number 10, Catherine Branscombe. Colonials defensively not allowing an inch here as Upper Moreland really is having trouble trying to establish their passing game here early on while they're in the Colonial defensive zone. And again, just seems to be a little bit of a lack of communication. You know, sometimes you're in these games under the lights, you get a little bit of excited. You start to not talk as much as you typically do. Chemistry has a little bit of trouble. We'll see if they could settle down a little bit here. Upper Moreland, obviously, it's a little bit of a drive here from Upper Moreland, and maybe the bus ride took a little bit. You obviously don't have as much time to warm up as a home team. And now it looks like Upper Moreland trying to do something, but Cooper's all over that one, and they're trying to clear it. Flanagan hits it, and that'll be cleared by Schreiber to the sideline. And now it will be a throw-in by number 5. That is Megan O'Donnell of Upper Moreland. Upper Moreland tries to kick it, and that is blocked by Gabby Cooper. So that will be another throw-in by O'Donnell here of Upper Moreland. Upper Moreland trying to turn it upfield, maybe get across. Let's see what they do. And immediately Cooper's all over that one. Cooper smothered that play. Here's Shula turning up the side now, looking to get a pass to Friday. Friday now going downfield, trying to make a play on it. And I believe that will be stopped by Martino of Upper Moreland. Friday with the start tonight. Obviously a nice, honor to be able to have here on her senior night, being able to play in the game and hopefully score a goal here early on. And that's a play that will be settled down by Upper Moreland, but quickly it is settled by Schreiber. Schreiber with a boot down the side. Berman looking to make a play on that. Maybe we'll see. Let's see. Berman trying to settle that one down. And I believe that will be an offside on the Colonials. Again, right along that line. It's a fine line you have to walk, and it looks like Berman just had a little bit too much momentum, and she will be offside on that play. Again, it's nice to see the Colonials pressing the issue early on, trying to get shots on net. Martino now takes it out pretty far, and we'll see what she could do here. Colonial defense definitely did their job with watching tape and studying up on this Upper Moreland offenses. Upper Moreland really is having trouble early on here trying to get shots on net, as I don't believe they have they might have one shot on net, folks. And the crowd's letting them hear it on that call. They do not like that one. Almost sounds a little bit like a football game now at this point. Now at the kick, this will be number 11, Madison Zakwija. Zakwija, a senior herself, and that is easily stopped by Hope. And the crowd very excited by that one. Berman almost wasn't expecting that one, but she's able to settle that one down, gets to midfield. That will go to Branscombe. Branscombe now passes it down to Laney. Laney trying to settle that one down, as she does. She gets to Branscombe. Branscombe now looking to turn upfield, get a mid-pass, as she does, to midfield. That Friday is just having a little bit of trouble settling. And now the Colonials look to try to turn it down, and it just quickly rolls to Martino. Martino a little bit busy early on, a lot of kicking practice, that's for sure. She's had to clear several Colonial offensive strikes early on in this first half. Branscombe trying to do something with it here. Branscombe turns. She's looking at Berman. Berman's reaching her arm out. Now Cooper's trying to stop it. That ball goes to McNew. McNew now trying to go to the side and stop a very quickly moving player that is number 2 on Upper Moreland, Bridget Unan. Great little rush there by Unan as she's trying to get a little bit of momentum here for Upper Moreland. And now the Colonials trying to clear it as they do. As that is Flanagan with the clear to midfield. Laney, a little feisty on that ball, trying to get it from O'Donnell of Upper Moreland. That's a pass downfield. Friday just a little bit in front of her. She's trying to chase that one down. And I think Upper Moreland will get that one as Martino is able to clear it. Berman now with the header that goes to Laney. Laney with the header that now Berman trying to chase down. And it looks like, Laney gets that one. Now Shula's trying to do something with it. Shula has it. She's going down midfield. This could be something, folks. She's looking out front. She gets a pass. And it is just blocked by number 4 of Upper Moreland. That will be Megan O'Donnell again. I believe a minute ago I said number 11 with the kick. That was actually Madison Zakwija, not O'Donnell. And now the Colonials will have the corner. And quickly subbed in is believe that is Kate Yockham that was subbed in there for Shannon. And a pass out front for the Colonials that will roll, and it will just go out. Again, the Colonials definitely offensively are dominating this game so far with a corner opportunity there that could have been something. Trying to get that goal on Martino. Again, Martino, such a great goalie here in the SOL that really has been problematic for a lot of teams this year. Martino also a senior. So I'm sure she's excited with this one, and she's definitely playing a great game here. Shula now, I believe, will be subbed in for Kay. And that's a card on Shula. And that will be a card on the Colonials. And the crowd, again, letting them hear it. Not really too sure what happened on that play there. Yeah, Zirin definitely letting the ref hear it and hearing his displeasement with that call, and the ref is very quick to let him know that he does not want to hear too much more from him. Obviously, an important game. The tensions are a little bit high. Both coaches, very competitive. Both teams very competitive. And, sometimes there's those calls you don't like, and you're going to let the ref know it. And obviously this ref doesn't really like hearing it too much. And, getting a little bit of an early peppery sequence that happened there. Martino will now get this one to midfield. And the Colonials trying to settle that one down. Upper Moreland kicks it, and it rolls down into the Colonial defensive zone. Berman clears it out as we saw an aggressive movement there by number 5, Emma Meekum of Upper Moreland. She's a junior. This will be Meekum with the throw-in that Cooper tries to get. Rolls a little bit by her, and that is number 14 of Upper Moreland that it will be off of. That is Alexis Lamb. And Lamb went off. I thought it was off of Lamb, but I guess not. Lamb with the throw-in now. They're trying to turn here and get this first real shot on net. And the coaches, they like that call this time, the Colonials. Getting a little bit aggressive down there in the defensive zone for the Colonials. Obviously, we want to try to keep as clean of a game as possible. Some of these cards, as they accumulate, could definitely be costly later on. This will be Ava Schreiber now. She launches that one to about midfield. Laney's able to get that one up, but just a little bit too much on it, and I believe that Upper Moreland will sell that. It is off the foot of Upper Moreland, and now Mackenzie Lozinski will look to quickly get this ball thrown in and try to get something done here. She throws it in to about midfield, the middle of the net there. Colonials shoot, and it hits the bar. Ooh. Dangerous sequence there by the Colonials as they almost got that first goal. Again, so we saw the throw-in by Lozinski. She's able to get that ball to midfield perfectly. I was not able to tell who got the shot on net with that one, but it just hit the post. Again, very dangerous there as they even had Martino beat there, so that was a good shot. Mackenzie now trying to look to get a little bit involved here on offense. Flanagan gets it to Cooper. Cooper, it bounces to midfield, and Flanagan will try to sell that one down. Ooh, and again, a very aggressive sequence there by Upper Moreland, and I believe Upper Moreland will be getting the benefit of the doubt on that one. We have 11, Zach Ouija again with this kick. Colonial defense looking to try to settle this one down. There's a kick to the middle, and the Colonials settle that one down as it's rolling towards the side. Cooper gets that ball up, and Mackenzie tries to keep it from going out of bounds, and that will be Upper Moreland with a throw-in now. Such a hard ball to chase down there. That was really a tough one. And that is, again, Meekum, number 5, and then number 3. That is Catherine Morrow. Catherine Morrow gets it to midfield. And that will be another call for Upper Moreland. Again, these fans tonight really vocal about their dislike of some of these calls. Definitely a first for me here calling soccer games, hearing something like this. Zach Ouija now with another kick. She gets that one, and that will just roll out. So we see now the game starting to even out a little bit. Upper Moreland settling down, starting to get their offensive rhythm going. Both teams now at several shots on net. And again, both defenses getting the better of the other, and no goals scored. Shriver now looks to get this ball down towards the Colonial zone, try to get an offensive play going. We'll see what she can do here. Sam Matthews subbed in for Eliza Kligerman. Colonials now looking to do something. Laney with the ball, trying to get it past number 14. As she does, she's able to get that to Kligerman. Kligerman trying to make a play, gets it to Kay. Kay now trying to make a play. She passes it down. We'll see if that's an offside. I think it's still in play. Again, it's just that little line that you have to walk, and it is so hard with your momentum as you're moving full speed. And this Colonial crowd, they are fantastic tonight. I mean, they are very in this game right now. I'm sure the girls love hearing this, especially on their senior night, that so many people came out tonight and watched, despite this weather being a little bit chilly. Okay, now gets it to, I think that was Laney. Now Kligerman with the play. Let her play it. It was a little bit chippy there. But Lazinski along the side tries to get it towards the middle. And Upper Moreland will just be able to get that one out. But Flanagan's able to get it towards the center again. And they call it offsides again. Colonials just have to settle it down just a little bit here. Again, it's very close. I would say on some of these maybe they weren't totally offsides. But just try to slow it down a little bit more so that they can try to get in that zone and get those shots before they are whistled offside. But it's good to see these girls have a lot of hustle tonight, and they are very aggressive, trying to keep peppering Martino with these shots. Schreiber with a nice little pass to center. The Cooper is able to get up. Cooper gets that to Lazinski. Lazinski's now looking to do something here. She turns towards the middle, gets a pass to Laney. Laney with the kick. And it is blocked by Upper Moreland's defender. Kligerman trying to make a play on it now. And that will be off of Upper Moreland, so it will be a Colonial throw-in here. We'll see what they could do. Lazinski now with the throw-in. Lazinski starting pretty far back with this throw-in. This will be quite the wind-up here. Let's see what she can do. She gets that towards the center, and a great throw there that is actually punched by Martino. Cooper with the pass, the shot, and it hits the bar again, and another shot, and it scores! A beautiful goal there by the Colonials as they are now up 1-0. A great sequence there by the Colonials. That was a goal scored by Fiona Gunaratne, who is subbed in. It flew under my radar there, and I wasn't able to pick that one up a couple minutes ago. Again, as we saw sequence, McKenzie with a great throw-in. The Colonials not able to totally settle it. The ball's attempted to be kicked out by Upper Moreland. Upper Moreland wasn't able to get it out. We had a shot on net, hit the bar. Gunaratne was right there, and as they say in hockey, she was the trash man, taking out the trash, and just bangs in that easy goal. And the Colonials are now up 1-0 in a key part of the game here, as we are now about halfway through the first. That wasn't a score? I'm sorry, folks. I believe that was a goal, but apparently it was not, as the play was whistled dead. I guess they might have crashed the box too much on that one, and they called it back. I really thought that one was a goal. It's disappointing. A very nice play there by Gunaratne as the game is down. Yeah, as we're hearing from our guys down the field, they really thought that was a goal too. But yeah, as it is still 0-0, Gunaratne with a very heads-up play there. She is out front of the net and made a very nice play on the ball to get it into the net, but not for a goal. I believe it was a offside, so ended up getting that play whistle dead there. So you see early on, the Colonials definitely have an edge here in this game. Offensively for sure, as they are just peppering Martino with shots. Martino definitely having to work a little bit harder tonight with her workload, as she has already made about 5-6 saves. And we are halfway through the first half. So definitely a heavy night for her. Now Upper Moreland looking to do something. Cooper able to get that one out. And this will be a throw-in by number 5 of Upper Moreland. That will be Emma Meekum. Meekum now with a throw-in. Schreiber trying to get that one out. And Barris will settle it. Colonials able to stop a quick little burst there by Upper Moreland. Kligerman now trying to move towards it. Laney gets it towards midfield. And that will be cleared out by Upper Moreland for a Colonial throw-in. And now Cooper will look to throw it in here. Cooper gets it to Lazinski. Lazinski is able to keep that one alive as she's now going towards midfield. She gets that pass to Kay. Kay gets it downfield. a little bit too much on it, but we see Laney's flying down the side trying to make a play on that ball, and that will be Upper Moreland's throw in. That is off of Upper Moreland, so now the Colonials will have the ball in the zone. Cooper gets a pass to Lozinski, and it's just off of her foot as we'll have another Upper Moreland throw in. Upper Moreland throws it, and that will go out. Flanagan will now have the throw-in, Flanagan will give that throw-in to Lozinski. So we've seen here a couple sequences where Lozinski is able to have great throw-ins and almost set up goals. We'll see if something happens here. Flanagan moving now. Flanagan with the pass to Kligerman and an offsides again. Refs very closely calling that offside zone for Plymouth Whitemarsh as we have another offside. Definitely slowing down a lot of very momentous ball movements there for the Colonials. Martino with the pass right down the side. And that will be off of Cooper, I believe. Or no, almost kept alive by the Colonials. That will be off of Flanagan. That is the throw in there for Upper Moreland. That is settled by Meekum of Upper Moreland, who gets to Shriver. A pass from number 5 to number 5. We have Cooper now trying to get that pass up down the sideline as it gets to Lozinski. Lozinski now looking to do something here at midfield. She gets to Shula. Shula now trying to turn up. She gets that pass off. We'll see if the Colonials could sell that one down. As that is Fiona Gunaratna flying down the side. Upper Moreland's defense is able to sell that one down. The pass goes towards Martino and just a little bit too much on it as it rolls just wide. Colonials are getting shots off, folks. They are getting shots, and that is all that really matters because eventually the goalies get tired, they get worn out, and that definitely helps play in your favor, especially that they're so offensively clicking this early on in the game. There's Martino with the kick that Shula tries to get. It rolls to midfield. Close trying to sell this one down as they do. That is McNew. McNew now turning it back. She passes that to Flanagan. Flanagan will get that one down there towards Gunaratna. Gunaratna now trying to settle that one. And we will see who that is off. I believe that was off of Upper Moreland. So Gunaratna will give the ball to... Can't quite tell from up here, folks. Lozinski now trying to get that ball. Upper Moreland clears it, but again, McNew is able to keep that one alive. And Upper Moreland's defense, I believe that will be out on Colonial, and Upper Moreland will now have the throw in. That one is whistle dead here. Midfield here, we have a little bit of a scrum, and that is passed down the side. You see here, Colonial now trying to do something offensively. It's a nice little pass to Kay. Kay now looking to get that one to around the center part of the field. And Natalie will kick that on and saved by Martino, and it just rolls in front. Now we will wait to see if that one scores, and I believe that one will. Fingers crossed. And that one will score for the Colonials. Again, a great sequence there. They're able to get that ball down towards midfield. Upper Moreland tries to settle, and the Colonials so ferocious on offense. Able to get that shot, bounces off Martino, and then they're able to bang that one in. As now the Colonials go up 1-0. And we hear again that Colonial crowd is electric tonight. Kosvich now subs in Kligerman. Good little shift there by Kligerman. Upper Moreland now trying to find an answer here for that Colonial goal as Shula gets it downfield. There's McNew trying to make a play on it now. McNew gets it to about midfield. Shula now gets a play up there towards Gunaratna. I'm sorry, that was towards Kay. Lozinski now at midfield trying to keep that ball away from Upper Moreland. Again, very aggressive there. You know, definitely coaches like to see that, and obviously they don't want to call, and there wasn't one there, and that one there will be a call on. So we hear a fan yell, "Let them play." Some very passionate fans here tonight for sure. If you're Upper Moreland, you definitely want to get a good shot on net here. You really want to try to answer back, as the Colonials are known for just immediately putting their foot full speed on the gas and just putting teams away at points of the game like this by scoring multiple goals. And again, just the goalies being able to keep clean sheets and the defense being so aggressive. Kay now trying to settle it. She gets to Shula. Shula's now got some room at midfield. Shula again moving pretty quickly there. She gets that one down there towards midfield, towards Lazinski. Shula keeps it alive again. Gunaratna tries to settle it. She gets it towards midfield. Laney tries to get it. That will roll just past her as it is near Shula. Shula, again, really aggressive here, moving very quickly, trying to get that ball. And I think Upper Moreland will survive that sequence there. Number 18, Emma Frasca there, keeping that one alive for Upper Moreland. And Schreiber, again, able to get that one out of there. There's Gunaratna down towards Lazinski. Lazinski now trying to do something. Lazinski gets a pass down to Gunaratna, and that goes off of her foot to Upper Moreland. Now Flanagan will settle this one and try to get it back up towards field. That one will go to number 5 of Upper Moreland, Emma Meekum. Meekum now trying to do something, in Shula all over her. Colonials just non-stop tonight. Very aggressive. And there's a nice play there on defense. I believe that was Flanagan there at the clear. Now Kay at midfield, looking to try to turn upfield and get a pass to Shula. Kay with a pass that will roll down and just past Lazinski, as it will be an Upper Moreland throw-in. Now coming in is Branscombe. She will sub out Natalie Laney. There's a throw for Upper Moreland. Colonials trying to keep Upper Moreland from really doing anything here. Got those fresh legs in the senior Branscombe. That one will roll down towards Cooper. Cooper now trying to get this out of their zone. Flanagan now has it. Flanagan trying to get towards Branscombe. And then Shula. Shula tangled up a little bit there with Upper Moreland. That's Burns, I believe. Grace Burns, number 13 of Upper Moreland. Gunaratna with a bomb there towards midfield. And it is headed, and that will be off of Upper Moreland. So a Colonial throw in here. This will be a pretty quick sequence down the sideline here. We'll see what they can do. There's a throw in towards Lazinski. And I believe Lazinski was out on that one, so that will be another Upper Moreland throw in. Colonials keeping this one alive here, as now Shula is trying to get that ball up towards the Colonial zone. Gunaratna now trying to make a play on it, and that is booted out. I'm sorry, that play is blown dead. And now the Colonials will have a chance to have a kick here. I believe Schreiber will most likely be kicking this one. Again, Schreiber's foot's so great in creating a lot of these plays. She's able to clear that ball so far downfield. Schreiber with a laser down there. Now Gunaratna tries to settle it, and it just goes through her leg, and I believe that will be a throw-in for Upper Moreland. I'm sorry, that will be a Colonial throw-in now. Cooper will throw it in. She throws it into Shula. Shula now looking to do something. A nice move on the ball that will roll, and Martino is able to stop it. A very nice shot there by Shula that had a very nice roll on it that went towards the center part of that post there that Martino was able to read. Sometimes it's hard to stop those plays. You have so many defenders in front of the net. It's a little bit hard to see that ball, and it's coming in so quickly. And that'll be a nice little call for the Colonials that obviously the crowd likes. And they'll have another opportunity here to do some damage on offense. And Kay will now have the kick. Kay with a shot downfield. That could do something. It's right in front of the net. Lazinski tries to make a play. She kicks it. And it just rolls wide to Martinez. Colonials really looking for that second goal. Upper Moreland defense having a little bit of trouble containing Lozinski there, as that was a very deadly sequence right there at that shot. Just rolled wide of the net. I could see how Martina leads the SOL in saves. I mean, she is just a save machine, really helping keep her team in this one. There's Cooper with the play downfield towards Gunaratna. Gunaratna trying to do something, but Martina will be able to stop that. Gunaratna right there, though. Definitely putting a lot of effort into that one. Here's Martino with the nice little kick there. Martino, I believe, will settle this one, and she does. We have 8 minutes left here in this half, and again, it has been a very solid half here for the Colonials. Not really too many scares on defense and a lot of opportunities on offense. Upper Moreland trying to do something here, and Flanagan will clear that downfield towards Lozinski. Lozinski now passes that one towards Kay. Kay unable to get it. Shula gets a foot on it. That will roll down for Upper Moreland again. As we have Kosvich down there with the throw-in. And now coming in for the Colonials will be Sam Matthews and Lindsey Berman. Max the throw in there that Upper Moreland is able to get on, but we'll see if they can stop it. Matthews, the fresh legs, already starting to make her impact felt here. Now Colonials have to get back on days. Upper Moreland starting to churn. There's a nice little kick down there by Upper Moreland. We'll see what they can do here. That kick will be out on the Colonials for a Upper Moreland throw-in. Upper Moreland able to get that in, and it is headed off of Matthews. Still alive there. Colonials keeping it on that line. Just barely going out. And Kay gets it. A little bit of a shove there by Upper Moreland. They're getting a little physical down there. A nice pass by McNew that is intercepted. And again, getting a little choppy down there. Now Berman will try to get this one out. Now this will be another throw-in for number 17 of Upper Moreland. That is Abigail Engart. Ooh, and a shot that is blocked there by the Colonial defense as they're now trying to get it out of their zone. Lozinski all over her. That ball will roll. McNew will try to settle this one and get it out. And that will be another throw-in for Upper Moreland. These girls working on their throwing skills a lot tonight, as both sides have had plenty of throw-ins along that sideline. That ball will go up, and Barris will be able to settle that one. Barris with a nice kick to midfield. That goes to Branscombe. Branscombe, just a little bit too much momentum on it. Cooper able to stop that one. And it's a rolling ball here. McNew now trying to get that one away from her, as she does, but I believe that will roll out for another Upper Moreland throw-in. Throwing it in will be Riley McDade, number 7 of Upper Moreland. Riley gets that one in. Colonials defense, I do not think will give an inch here, as they are immediately able to settle that one and try to get it out. As now they do, and they're turning up the sideline. Lozinski on that, or I'm sorry, that is Flanagan on that one. Now Lozinski has it. Lozinski looking to try to get a pass there to Kay, as she does. Kay trying to settle it. That will go down towards Cooper. Cooper now gets it down, and that will be settled again by Martino. And it's bombed by Martino to midfield. Schreiber able to get that one. That goes towards McNew. McNew tries to get that one towards midfield. She does. That goes to Berman. Berman now trying to settle that one as she gets a pass to Cooper. Cooper flying down the sideline trying to keep that play in bounds. And I think it just barely went out of bounds along that side there by Cooper. Schreiber now looks to get this one out of the Colonial zone, as it has been down there for a little bit now in this past couple minutes here. Berman gets to Schreiber. Schreiber sells it, gets a nice pass towards midfield that will roll on that sideline, and I believe this will be another throw-in for Upper Moreland. Or I'm sorry, this will be a throw-in for Colonials. Lazinski here along that side, a couple very close goals when she threw it in from the side. We'll see if she could do something here. Lazinski looking for Shula. Shula flies down there towards that goal. Number 6 of Upper Moreland all over that. Both those defenders very aggressive and able to stop that sequence there. Berman now with the kick that will roll, and Martino will be able to settle it. Again, the Colonials able to find those holes and get it towards the center here and get shots on net. Kick there to settle by Matthews. And that will be out on Upper Moreland, and now Colonial will throw it in. This will be another throw-in for the Colonials. Colonials get that one towards midfield with Matthews. Matthews now trying to do something. She gets a nice little kick. That will roll towards Martino, and she will stop it. There's a nice little kick by Martino that is able to be stopped by number 20 of the Colonials. That is Emily Caffrey. Again, there another sub that flew under my radar that I wasn't able to pick up. This ball is being fought for hardly over there in midfield. There's Laney trying to make a play on it. Colonial defense not allowing an inch there at midfield. And Upper Moreland will now get the benefit of the doubt on that one, as they will get a kick here at midfield by number 11, Zach Weija. We are down to the last 2 minutes of this first half. There's a nice kick by Zach Weija that is headed and stopped by Laney. Laney heads it again. And there is Caffrey with the pass to Matthews. Matthews now turning towards midfield, trying to do something as that ball is rolling towards Berman. Berman now flying down the side, trying to settle that ball. Get a nice pass towards the center. Or get a pass to Cooper down the side there. Cooper with a nice pass there to Lazinski. And another offside. So close, folks. Again, it's that tightrope that you have to walk with that offsides. Martino looks to try to get one final burst here for Upper Moreland towards the end of this first half. Try to even it up here with the Colonials. Now will be settled by McNew. McNew's able to get that to Cooper. Just rolls off of Cooper's foot. And then Schreiber's able to get it downfield with a nice aggressive kick there. That will go to Flanagan. Flanagan gets to Berman. Berman will get that to Cooper. And that is right along the side. That will be on the Colonials for an Upper Moreland throw-in. So we're now at the last 30 seconds of this first half. That is headed by Cooper. Nice throw in there by Upper Moreland. It's settled by the Colonials. Now Caffrey moving down the side.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
And that will be settled by.
0.
And we have now reached the end of the first half. Not too much stoppage time there. Obviously a pretty clean first half.
Scored by Eliza Kligerman. Scored the half. PW1 Upper Moreland 0.
And as we just heard over the PA, Liza Kligerman was able to get that goal there. She was in the perfect spot, the perfect time, with that rolling ball off of Martino that she was able to wham in there. And that does it for this first half. We will be back shortly with the second half of this presentation of Upper Moreland versus Plymouth Whitemarsh. So far, great stuff for the Colonials as they're able to have a 1-0 lead. And an awesome performance here by Martino of Upper Moreland with plenty of sleeves as this Colonial offensive is very aggressive tonight. All right, we'll see you back shortly. All right, folks, and welcome back from halftime. Colonials looking to settle this one out and end it with a nice win here on senior night as they're up 1-0. I was talking to Coach Kirby at halftime. He was saying the refs are very tightly, as we saw, very tightly calling those offside calls. And to quote him, they can't call them all offsides, and there were some that were a little bit ticky-tacky there. I found at the beginning, Coach was a little bit upset with the yellow card that was given to Shula because she had a piece of jewelry, and that was what that interesting call there that we couldn't figure out what was going on with it. And obviously on that goal that I thought was scored by Gunaratna, that was whistled dead as a offsides, and now we'll see here if the Colonials can adjust a little bit, maybe get a couple less of those offside calls, and put this one away here in the second half. So we have 40 minutes of exciting, energetic soccer here. Upper Moreland will bomb that one down there towards the Colonials. Cooper tries to get it, and just an awkward roll off the foot there, as this will be Upper Moreland ball in the Colonial zone early on with the throw in here. Upper Moreland will throw that one in. That one goes towards Shula, and Shula's able to get that one. A nice play there on the ball. She gets that towards Matthews, a little senior connection right there. That ball is still in play. Lazinski trying to get it. She gets it to Kay. Aggressive start here by the Colonials. Lazinski now flying down the field here, trying to make a play. Rolls towards the side. We'll see if she can get that towards the center. And she does with a beautiful pass right there. And that is nailed in there by Berman. What a shot. What a goal. What a sequence, folks. I mean, that was textbook. If you could come up with a better way to start the half, it just happened right there. Wow. I mean, just the passing along the sideline, perfect. Mackenzie was able to aggressively get that ball down there, cross towards the center, just goes past Laney, goes directly to Berman. Berman's able to bang that one in there for an easy goal, as it is now 2-0 Colonials. Couldn't have asked for a better start to this second half already. Again, now it's an even higher hill that you have to climb if you're Upper Moreland. You're down 2-0. 2-0 in soccer is a lot more than 1-0. And we'll see how they can answer to that. As now the Colonials really looking to keep their foot on the gas here. That is off of McNew, and that will be a throw-in for Upper Moreland. We'll see what they can do here. Upper Moreland right along the side. That'll be out on them, and that will be a Colonial throw-in. We have McNew here with a throw-in. McNew down the sideline towards Lazinski. Just a little bit too much on it. Now Shula tries to get that one, as she does to Matthews. Matthews now downfield. That is settled by Upper Moreland. Matthews now trying to look to do something here. She gets towards midfield. Those quick feet moving, folks. That is a pass down there towards Laney. And Berman. Berman now trying to make a play on it. She gets a nice kick. And it scores! Oh, my goodness. Berman is on fire right now. That was an almost 20-yard shot that she just drilled in there. This is something to see, folks. Martino is she's no she's a great goalie, and currently she just can't really find an answer for these Colonial shots there by Berman. A beautiful start to this second half by the Colonials. I mean, you could not ask for a better start. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a Berman hat trick tonight. Two excellent sequences there. There's a beautiful long pass down there towards Berman. She just kicks it, and I mean, it was a perfect shot. 20 yards at least, and I mean, just beautiful stuff. And that is not an easy shot. That is not an easy shot at all, folks. Laney now tries to settle it. Laney with the pass downfield that is intercepted by Upper Moreland. you're Upper Moreland, now you kind of got to start to move the ball a little bit quicker, try to get some quick shots on net. That ball rolls down there for the Colonials. That'll be another shot by Lazinski, and that will score. Oh, my goodness, folks. It is now 4-0. Just like that, in less than 3 minutes, the Colonials now have a 4-0 lead. And a beautiful shot there by Lazinski. I think starting to get to Upper Moreland's heads a little bit is their defense just looks dumbfounded right now. I don't know if they can have an answer for this Colonial offensive. I mean, this is just a barrage of shots, and they're scoring almost every time. I think they have 3 shots on net this half and 3 goals. And just like that, it is 4-0. I feel like I'm starting to call one of these football games I call on Fridays. Now the Colonials really have a huge lead here. Upper Moreland now desperate on offense. And McNew now making a nice play down the sideline. She passed that one down there towards Martino. Martino's able to settle it. Wow. I still can't believe what I'm watching, folks. That was a pretty impressive stretch right there. Schreiber now trying to get a play on it as they're tagging along there a little bit. Schreiber gets it to McNew. McNew downfield. That'll be intercepted by Upper Moreland. If you're Upper Moreland, you're just trying to keep the ball out of your zone. I mean, Colonial has just been down there this entire second half so far. Again, getting a little feisty down there at midfield. That is a clear that will go out of bounds off of Upper Moreland. Now Colonial will have a throw-in by by Bella McNew. McNew with the throw-in to Shula. Shula now trying to turn that one upfield. Refs almost let her play it, but then they whistle that one dead. This will be a kick for Upper Moreland. If you're Upper Moreland, you want any type of shot you can get here on net. Obviously, as now the deficit is a lot larger, and there is not much time on their side, given the pace that they're currently going on offense. They get a nice clear there down towards midfield. It goes to Schreiber. She gets that one to Laney. I believe that will be off on Upper Moreland. Now the Colonials will look to quickly get this one down the side. As they do, Laney with a nice throw in there towards Matthews. Matthews trying to chase it down, and that is bombed there by Upper Moreland. Schreiber keeps it alive. Natalie trying to keep that one alive. She gets that one down there towards Kay. Just rolls wide to number 4 of Upper Moreland. That is Megan O'Donnell, and that was stopped by Barris. Ball rolling down there towards Shula. And that will be out on Colonial. There's a throw-in. That one is quickly settled down there by Flanagan. Flanagan gets it to Laney. Laney gets it to Kay. Kay gets that one to McNew. McNew now turning upside. I told her the other day, she is so good at that play where she turns it up the field, and players don't have an answer for it. She makes this one move with her left foot when she pivots, and it is unstoppable. And it's insane to see that she has moves like that when she actually herself is a defensive player. Now we have a stoppage here on the field. That'll be a sub in for Upper Moreland. Obviously, they need some fresh feet here as they seem that they're getting a little bit tired out here, given this extremely aggressive offensive possession here by the Colonials. There's the throw in by McNew to Lazinski, and that will just go off of her foot. In upcoming news, we have a busy week this week here at CITV. So we have the news on Wednesday. We have an interview with Walt Runge on PW Personalities. We have the boys' senior night on Thursday, and we have a girls' volleyball game. And again, we see they're tangling up a little bit down there. Matthews with a little bit of a play. I thought the ref should have blew that one dead. We'll see. And here's a kick there that goes to Barris, is quickly stopped. Again, I thought that was a little bit of a not great play there at the shoulder on Matthews, but the ref's letting him play it here. And as I was saying, and then Friday we have a volleyball game with the girls. Again, all of these teams, I believe, except for the boys soccer, are looking at playoff berths. And then next week, obviously, we have another home football game at the Pink Out for the guys football. Now Kay's making a play here. Kay gets it down towards field. And that will roll to Martino. and what I'm hearing from the sideline folks, so there is a matchup on Thursday. I believe it might be Hatboro, Horsham, and Wissahickon, or one of those two teams, I believe, is they're both tagging along with the Colonials. Pending the outcome of that, the Colonials could have a first seed here in the playoffs, which I believe would give them a home game for the opening of the playoffs, which is big, obviously, being able to have so many great fans like they have tonight here in the playoffs. And so, obviously, we'll keep a lookout for that one. And during that production of the men's game on Thursday, I will try to update the crowd on that and let them know what the status of that game is. Again, so big being able to have a first seed in the playoffs. It's definitely a big momentum builder. You feel like you're the best in the division. You have something to prove. And given that recently there's definitely been a surge in this girls' soccer team, it would be very nice to see them yet again with another great trip to the playoffs. There's a save by Martino. She now looks to get this one towards midfield as we are about 10 minutes into this second half, and it has been all Colonials. There's Schreiber towards midfield. Schreiber able to get that one to Kay. Kay now back to Laney. Laney gets that one towards Cooper. Cooper with a nice play down there towards Laney, I believe, and that one will roll towards Upper Moreland. Upper Moreland now with the ball that is intercepted, I believe, by Berman. Yes, it is. And this will be a throw in here for Flanagan. That will roll out for another Colonial throw-in. I believe that is Flanagan again with the throw-in. Flanagan gets that one towards Matthews. That is settled by Shula. Shula now turning down the field. Let's see if she can do something with a nice kick. And just a little bit wide there. So we have several juniors scoring tonight on senior night. We have 2 goals by Berman. All juniors. So we have a goal by Lazinski, 2 goals by Berman, and a goal by Kligerman here. Junior is definitely showing up well tonight on senior night. We'll see if a senior can net one now and really ice the cake on this one, as it has just been a beautiful performance here by this girls' soccer team. Could not play a better game tonight so far. I'm just going to say this. I'm surprised that nobody's wearing sleeves. I would not be able to play in a game like this without some sleeves. It is chilly. On the sideline, we have Gunaratna and Branscombe that are going to be subbed in shortly. That one will be out on the Colonials. There's a pass towards midfield. Shula gets that one down there towards, I believe that is, it's a little hard to see up here. Not too sure. That will be now Upper Moreland's turning downfield. I believe that was Lazinski on that last play there. There's a roll down towards Cooper. We'll see if Cooper, a defensive player, can maybe get a shot on net here. And Upper Moreland now settling along the side. And that'll be off of Flanagan for a Upper Moreland throw-in. Okay, so Thursday's game we have Plymouth Whitemarsh girls versus Hatboro Horsham's girls. And Hatboro Horsham was undefeated until they played Colonial. They beat them, and both teams currently are in a tie in the American division of the SOL. So that game on Thursday between Plymouth Whitemarsh and Hatboro Horsham will determine who has the first seed here in the American division of the SOL. There's a pass by Kay down there to Laney. Laney is able to get that one down there, and now the Colonials starting to move on the offensive. Berman with a nice pass down there towards Lazinski. And Upper Moreland able to intercept that one, and they will now try to turn it downfield. And Gunaratna with those fresh legs, quickly able to get in there. Kay with the play down there. Lazinski, again, I love it, folks. They're up by 4 goals, and you see no lack of hustle here by this Colonial offense. They're still trying to score more points, as this will be a Colonial throw-in by Lazinski. There's Lazinski down there towards Flanagan. Flanagan heads it, and that will roll towards Kay. Kay with the kick that is just blocked by the Upper Moreland defense. And I believe that will be a corner for the Colonials, unless that was off of a Colonial. And I believe this will be a corner for the Colonials. This will be Gunaratna, I believe, with the corner. She clears that one down there towards Cooper. Cooper now trying to keep that one in the Colonial offensive zone. Berman got very aggressive here, moving down the field. Maybe she'll try to get that hat trick right here. She gets a pass down there to Cooper. Gunaratna now trying to chase that one down as it's rolling towards the side. Goes towards the middle. That is saved there by Kay. A kick by Branscombe. Oh, that's just off the post. In football, we would have called that one a doink as it hit the bottom upright there, the field goal post.
Single doink.
Yeah, single doink, unlike with the Eagles, the double doink. Again, the Colonials offense just not wavering here in the second half. Sometimes, typically, when teams go up, they play more the defensive and allow the other team to just tire themselves out. But Colonials really just trying to put as many points as they can on the board here tonight. And again, it's very exciting stuff. As Thursday's a huge game with playoff implications, and we'll see what they can do in that one. Colonial will have the throw in here. This will be Cooper. Cooper with a throw in there towards Laney, and that will still be Colonial ball. Laney will now have the throw in, or I'm sorry, Cooper will have the throw in. Cooper is able to get that one downfield towards Lazinski, and again, right on that line, and that will be off of Upper Moreland, so Colonial will have another throw in. Still Lazinski can do here. Lazinski gets that one in a perfect spot right there towards Laney. The header goes towards Gunaratna. Gunaratna trying to do something with it now. Gunaratna with the pass to Branscombe. Branscombe gets it, and it just rolls off of an Upper Moreland defender. Great little sequence there of passing by the Colonials. And Branscombe, the senior, trying to get a nice goal here on senior night. Is obviously that'd be a great way to cap off this night for her. And now Lazinski will have another throw in. There's Lazinski right towards Flanagan, and that rolls towards Kay. Kay with the header that is stopped by Martino. Kay trying to keep that streak of juniors scoring tonight alive. There's Branscombe down there towards Kay. Kay trying to keep this one alive as she does. Turns it upfield with a pass towards Cooper. Cooper now moving down towards field. Cooper settles it, gets a pass to Kay. Kay with a nice little pass to center there towards Lazinski that is read immediately by Upper Moreland. Now Upper Moreland turning down towards field as they're trying to do something offensively, as Colonial has just been almost down in Upper Moreland zone the entire time here in this second half. Cooper now trying to make a play on it as she does. It rolls towards Branscombe. Branscombe now with a pass down there that could mean something. And again, Upper Moreland's defense is able to read it, and that will be out of bounds. That will be Upper Moreland ball. That is headed and out on Colonial again. Upper Moreland with the throw-in. Cooper heads it. And just a little bit too much there. There's a kick down there. And that is stopped by Schreiber. Schreiber is able to get that one towards Lazinski, and it just rolls past her. That's deflected by Colonial. Now Gunaratna is trying to make a play towards midfield. Kay trying to settle it as she does. She's looking for Gunaratna down there at that long field connection. Gunaratna now flying down the field. Gunaratna from a notorious family, as her brother Dylan actually is a fantastic golfer. The other day, he's able to qualify for the next round of there's some tournament going on in golf for the state tournament in golf, and Gunaratna, a fantastic golfer, as he was on the varsity squad since he was a freshman with so much potential, and we see obviously that their family's well represented here with PW Athletics. There's a pass towards Schreiber. Schreiber gets it towards Branscombe. Branscombe now trying to turn upfield. Branscombe with the play there towards Gunaratna. Schreiber plays back a little bit. And that'll be settled by Flanagan. Flanagan, it just goes off for foot there. And now Upper Moreland will throw it in. There's a play towards midfield. It should be settled by Laney. That play is stopped by Berman. Kay gets a nice little kick to Cooper that is just intercepted. There's another play by Berman to Cooper. Ball is out on Upper Moreland. Now Colonial trying to do something here as Lozinski has a lot of room up here, upfield. It's a pass to Berman. Berman gets it down there towards Gunaratna, but that'll be settled by Martino. There's a play there towards Kay. Just off her foot. And Upper Moreland will try to do something here offensively. That is stopped by Schreiber. Schreiber again so aggressive. She does not want to let that Upper Moreland offensive striker get that play. There's Branscombe now at the play. Upper Moreland with a little bit of a matchup here, but McNew is all over that one, and Barris will smother it for the save. So far, knock on wood for Barris. She has a clean sheet here on her senior night, so that's always a great sign and something you can build confidence off of, and one of those moments you'll take with you even when you're out of high school. There's a pass by Branscombe to Laney. Then McNew gets it downfield towards Lozinski. Lozinski trying to make a play on it now. Again, Lozinski, you see, she just does not tire in this game, and she is just flying down that field at all times. Most of these girls on this team, you have to respect the effort they're putting in. Now, Shula will come in. We'll see who the Colonial sub is. It looks like they have a couple subs along the side there. Came in a little bit early. Looks like we have Kligerman, Friday, and Shula along the sideline getting ready to sub in. We see a little embrace there along the sideline by Friday and Shula. A nice little sign of respect there with the seniors, obviously. As you know, it's a special night for them here at the stadium. Now Berman looking to make a play there. She gets it towards Branscombe. Branscombe with the pass is just intercepted by number 4 of Upper Moreland. That is Megan O'Donnell. And again, Martino with another stop. We now have 4 Colonials on the sideline as it's Friday, Shula, Kligerman, and Kosvich. Surely the Colonials have a whole new set of fresh legs. There's Berman now trying to make a play, and it is just off the Colonials. This will be a throw-in for Upper Moreland. There's a pass towards Kay. Kay now trying to do something. That one rolls past Gunaratna, and then it goes to McNew. McNew now making a play as she gets it to Gunaratna. Gunaratna with another pass back to McNew. McNew moving down towards the field, looking to get that open pass to Mackenzie as she does. Lozinski rolling downfield now. She'll try to slow this one, get across towards middle as she does. And a nice little chase down there by Berman. Berman with the kick that rolls and is just saved by Martino. Berman looking for that hat trick there. She already has 2 goals. There's a nice kick there by Martino to midfield. Laney now trying to make a play on it, as she does. Rolling towards the middle. She passed that one to Branscombe. Branscombe now looking. Branscombe with the pass is just slightly deflected, but still able to get to Gunaratna. Gunaratna trying to meg the player there, and it just rolls past her. Now McNew trying to keep that one, and we will see. I believe that will be Colonial ball for the throw-in. And they'll say that's a tip on the Colonials, and that will be Upper Moreland ball. Very close call there. I myself had a little bit of trouble telling who that went off of. Upper Moreland now down the Colonial zone, but again, an unfavorable matchup of 2 and 5 down there, as you don't really like being that heavily outnumbered. And a nice catch there by Shula along the sideline, as the subs, I feel like, have been there forever. We now have even more subs. So coming into the game, we have Friday, Shula, Kosvich, Carmona, and Sam Matthews. So We have a bunch of seniors coming out there, and then a couple other players coming out there. Colonials got a whole new line of fresh legs out there to try to get it, maybe even another goal in this game. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe right now that we have every senior here at senior night out on the field. It's obviously a great little hat tipper there for these seniors who have worked so hard. You know, obviously starting sometimes the freshman team or JV or maybe even varsity as a freshman if they're really that good, working their way up this system, you know, grinding out those reps and getting in these games, and now finally they get to just enjoy it as this is their night and all that hard work gets to pay off and hopefully make a memory that they'll be able to take with them for long after high school. There's a pass in there by Branscombe. Rolls towards Friday. And now that'll be Kosvich with the throw-in. Kosvich throws it into Branscombe, but that is whistled dead. I believe that will be Colonial ball again, and they will throw it in again. McNew now will throw it in. McNew now gets it down towards Friday. Friday gets that one towards Matthews, but it's tipped up. Now McNew will try to head it, and that will be out on Upper Moreland, I believe. Yes, it is. And now McNew with the throw-in. That one's towards Matthews, and that will be off of Upper Moreland. Now we have Kosvich with the throw-in to Friday. Friday trying to turn that one upfield as she does. Friday gets that one to Branscombe. Branscombe now trying to do something. Branscombe turning. McNew now. McNew down there towards Kligerman. Now we have Branscombe moving. Branscombe looking to try to set up Friday with a nice pass. Friday trying to chase this one down. And I believe that will be out on Upper Moreland. Or it'll be out on the Colonials. My apologies. Nice little play there on the ball by number 6 of Upper Moreland. That is Matea Taylor. And we see the goalie. Obviously, those gloves are a little bit hard to move around, and I think she's having some trouble tying her shoe. So a teammate helped Martino tie her shoe there. Nice little friendly play there. Nice little stoppage. Helping out a friend. Schreiber now makes a plan that goes towards Shula. Shula now trying to do something. Shula trying to get it towards Matthews. Matthews and Shula, again, both, you know, really putting the full effort here in this game. Now Matthews trying to make a play on it. That goes to Shula. Shula, again, very aggressive in this offensive zone. There's Schreiber with a clear down there towards Matthews and Friday. Matthews now settles it. She's rolling down there towards field. We'll see if she can try to do something here. And then momentum of the ball just a little bit too much. And it is kept in by the Colonials, I believe. Or, yes, so that will be stopped by Martino. There's a nice kick by Martino to midfield. Matthews now trying to make a play on it. And that will be a Colonial throw-in. That is Berman, I believe, with the throw-in now. She throws it into Branscombe. Branscombe with a nice little volley up there towards Matthews. Matthews with the kick that will roll just a little bit wide there. The net towards Martino. Again, Matthews trying to get a goal here on her senior night. There's Martino with a nice little clear there towards Branscombe. And now Kosvich will settle this one. Kosvich to Branscombe. Branscombe with a nice little play there. She's able to turn it downfield. Friday trying to make a play on it, and that is cleared there by Upper Moreland. And Flanagan able to get a nice head on it. Shula, again, very aggressive towards midfield, trying to get that ball. Nice little sequence of passing here for Upper Moreland. We'll see if they can get a shot on net. I believe they might have 1 or 2 shots on net in this second half. As it is, again, the Colonials have been all over them. Now Friday trying to make a play off the miscue there by Upper Moreland. Friday now trying to turn downfield. She's also got her teammate there, Matthews. I'm sorry, Matthews is making a play on it, trying to get it towards Friday. Now Branscombe, and that will be cleared to Flanagan. Flanagan heads it on a little bit of a tumble there at midfield. And the play stays alive again. A little choppy down there. Now Friday trying to chase that one down. This ball will be given to McNew for the throw-in. There's a nice pass to Friday. McNew just tries to keep that one alive. Not sure if that hit her or not. It did not, so she will have another chance here to throw it in. She gets that one to Friday. Friday with a nice little play on the ball there, but Upper Moreland just able to slightly get that one out there. And Schreiber tries to keep it. Branscombe and Schreiber both right there trying to flag that ball down. Shula does. Shula now going upfield. Shula with a very nice move on the ball there with that pivot. That is kept alive there. I believe that is Kligerman. She gets that one to Matthews. Matthews now trying to get that one down to her field. She gets a shot. And again, just rolls a little bit wide there for the Colonials. And a boot there by Martino. Now Shula trying to look upfield. That was Kosvich with the pass to Branscombe. Branscombe now looking to pass it. Shula gets it downfield in a deadly spot there for Kligerman. And that will just roll out. As we are now almost 10 minutes away from the end of this second half here. Again, the Colonials just looking absolutely on fire to open this one out. And a lot of shots on net. A lot of shots on net. Keep Barris, she's having a pretty fun night as not too many scary shots were heading towards her way as she so far has the clean sheet. Shula now looks to settle this one. Shula gets that one towards Branscombe. That rolls down there towards Kligerman. Kligerman able to get that ball rolling towards McNew. McNew now trying to settle it in midfield. McNew again, so physical. She's able to keep that one alive. Schreiber now gets it down the sideline towards Branscombe. Branscombe now trying to make a play on it. So on the sideline, again, we have another big-time sub. So we have Gunaratna. We have number 7. That is Addie Stanley Jr. Devin Skiles will go in the net, taking out Barris. So Barris will finish the night with a clean sheet. Caffrey also subbed in. And again, you love to hear the crowd cheering on their senior goalkeeper as she was able to not allow any goals here on her senior night. I'm sure something that she'll definitely take with her. Shout out to Addie right now on the field as she made sure that I wanted to give her a shout out in AP Euro if she's able to get on the field tonight. So there you go. There's Schreiber towards Stanley. Stanley now trying to make a play. Stanley gets that one down there towards Caffrey. There's Gunaratna trying to make a play on it there in midfield. The ball rolls just a little bit wide there of number 8 of Upper Moreland. That is Chloe Gerlach. Now McNew will have the throw in along the side here. Ball live along the side there. And that will be out on Upper Moreland, so McNew will have another throw in. McNew gets that one to Gunaratna. Here's McNew keeping it alive. Kosvich now has it. Kosvich giving it to Gunaratna. Gunaratna now passing it down there towards number 24. That's Angelina Balser. So on senior night, we have a freshman on the field. Definitely great to see the future of Plymouth Whitemarsh here out on the field, getting some reps. That one is zombied out there. Shot outside. And we have even more people getting here on the sideline, getting ready to get subbed in here. So it's a fun night trying to get everybody out there on the field, be a part of this fantastic game here by the Colonials. The ref's letting a play there. Schreiber then gets it to McNew. McNew now turning upfield. She gets that one to Berman. Berman then gets that one to Gunaratne. Gunaratne with the pass towards Stanley, and Stanley with a nice little volley down there towards Balser. So along the sideline, we have number 33, Rhea Gauntlet, a junior. We have number 16, Kate Yakum, and I believe that is number 34 on the sideline. That is Lauren Ianello. Again, so the youth of PW being represented very well here on senior night as well. There's Gunaratne with a pass down there towards Balser. This could be something, folks. Balser turning towards the middle. And again, just clogged up there by Upper Moreland. It seems after that quick barrage of goals in the beginning, they're able to kind of settle down on defense, and they're finding a lot of answers for the Colonials down there as they're just clogging up any of their passing. Ball rolling down there towards Caffrey, and then rolls down towards Upper Moreland zone, and Colonial will have the throw in. Now even more subs come out there on the field. Now Schreiber, McNew, and Kosevich come off. Great performance by them defensively. Stanley now trying to do something here. We'll see if she can keep that ball in the Colonial offensive zone. Towards midfield now, we have Upper Moreland trying to make a play there. Now Colonials doing something here at the quick little burst by Flanagan, who gets to Gunaratne. And down there towards midfield again. Upper Moreland trying to settle it, and Flanagan's right there. I'm sorry, that is Stanley right there. Stanley now trying to chase her down the sideline. Working that ball along the side. The Colonials are able to break that one up. That is, again, number 34, Lauren Ianello. There's Flanagan with a nice little bomb down there towards Caffrey. Now Gunaratne trying to chase it down. As we have just passed the 5-minute mark here of this second half. Flew by. I mean, just fantastic soccer here by the Colonials. And that one will roll out of bounds, and Ianello will now throw it in. That'll go to Stanley. Stanley with the pass down there to Ianello, which will be out on Upper Moreland. Ianello will now have another throw-in for the Colonials. Ianello gets that one down there towards Gunaratne. Gunaratne gets it towards midfield, and then it's intercepted by 11 on Upper Moreland. I believe that is Ouija. Yes, Ouija. And now Flanagan will try to just keep this one out of here. So far, after the goaltender sub, Skiles has not faced a shot yet, as this Colonial offense, again, has just been pushing the envelope this entire second half in Upper Moreland zone. And now Upper Moreland will have another throw-in. Flanagan with a volley up there that will go out of bounds for another Upper Moreland throw-in. Upper Moreland gets that one in towards Flanagan. And then just the ball rolled a little bit too much there for Upper Moreland. That ball being chased down. We'll see what happens here. Caffrey now trying to make a play on it. Flanagan just trying to get it towards midfield, towards Gunaratne. Gunaratne now trying to make a play on it, and that is cleared down there for Upper Moreland in the Colonial defensive zone. And that ball will roll down towards Ionella as she looks to clear this one. And it will get out, and that will be a throw-in for Upper Moreland. So we're now under 3 minutes here. Colonials just trying to get that one out of there as they do. That is, I believe, Carmona, number 14, who made the play on that one. Yes, that was Carmona on the play there. Showing a lot of hustle down there. There's the throw-in for the Colonials. And I believe they will call a handball on that play there. Now Gunaratna will have the kick here. We'll see what she does. Colonials get ready here in the box. Gunaratna with a nice little pass there, and that will just go above the crossbar. Nice little shot there by Gunaratna. Here's Martino with the kick towards midfield. Gunaratna able to get that one up there towards Caffrey. Caffrey trying to keep that ball alive in the Colonial offensive zone, and it just rolls out. Caffrey keeps it in play. Now Gunaratna gets that one, and a nice little shot that Martina will be able to save. We are now 50 seconds away from this game being done. And again, I have a lot of appreciation tonight for the people we have down there working the cameras, obviously. We have Mr. Peeler directing us here on the sideline. We had Nick Cruz, Eddie, out there on the camera. Obviously, it's a little bit chilly, so a lot of respect for them being down there. And, obviously everyone that's editing this and the whole crew here at CITV, many thanks. As we had another clean production here that I'm sure will be up in a couple days for the folks at home to watch and enjoy. We are now 15 seconds away here.
10, 9, 8, 7,
And we hear that final countdown here on senior night.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the crowd very happy for that one. And as they say in some parts, that game was perfectico. I mean, that was start to finish Colonials game. Defensively, they just jammed. They were extremely aggressive. Upper Moreland hardly able to do anything in the Colonial zone. Barrist and Skiles were able to combine and be able to keep the clean sheet. We had a barrage of 3 goals in a matter of less than 3 minutes for the Colonials to start the second half. Just a brilliant game offensively. So much pressure. Time of possession, Colonial dominated. Passing, they had more passes. They had more shots. The ball was down upper one zone for almost the entire game. And again, the Colonials looked absolutely fantastic tonight on their senior night. The seniors definitely have something to be proud of, as this was one that I will remember for a very long time, and I'm sure they will as well. And then so Thursday, they have a game versus Hatboro Horsham that will determine if they have the first seed in the playoffs. So, again, the future is very bright here in these next coming days for the Colonials, and obviously from here, it only gets a little bit more challenging, but I think this team has what it takes to really accept that challenge and go far in this state playoff. I'm Jason Wyke, and that's all we have for tonight, folks. Take care.